Okay, so uh, I've talked about Brian Berletic of New Atlas, and he's got a show called Inflection, which he does with I can't think of his I can't remember his name, but he's an Italian who lives abroad, and he's I believe he's made a home in China. Now, sorry, the camera keeps pausing. So, but Brian and this Italian gentleman focus on what the Western and U.S. Propaganda machine does around the world, especially in the global South, and through NED, USAID, and all these other so-called NGOs. Never mind the so-called billionaires like Soros and Gates and with their foundations and what they do. So if you can check out Inflection, and you'll learn a lot. You'll learn a lot. And the thing is I was just watching, and I paused watching an episode of Inflection. And the thing is that and I've posted videos before. The U.S. and West are notorious. Hold on for a minute. Dee Dee, in the yard now. Come. In the yard now. Sorry about that. One of my dogs. So that's Dee Dee right there. Anyways, the thing is that they've, I've written comments on YouTube videos, and I've done videos, and I've stated that the U.S. and West are the sole instigators of sowing chaos, destruction, death, atrocities, sowing misinformation, disinformation, and basically causing a lot of the economic and financial, as well as physical negative aspects around the world. And around the world is basically the global South. And this has been going on for centuries. And again, there was a pause in the video, in the camera. So the thing is that it's not a matter of what sort of ethnicity, or if you want, race. It's a matter of who are the bad actors, who are the ones causing all the chaos, and the U.S. and the West are the primary culprits. And this is not to say that it's the population. I'm talking about, when I talk about the U.S. and West, I'm not talking about the population. I'm talking about the, again, God, I gotta get this looked at. It's not the populations in the West. It's the it's the ruling elites, the ones who own the means of production, the ones who have control over monetary and fiscal policy, the ones that either buy out the politicians or set the parameters for who gets to be the political leadership. And this also takes place, in the global South, but it's in conjunction with the efforts of the ruling elites of the U.S. and West. And it's a simple truth, and if you look carefully into it and you are paying attention, it's undeniable. This whole thing with Colin Powell, the possibility that he was fed a lie, which is bullshit, because there's the Belmarsh Tribunal, Tariq Ali, I forget the gentleman's last name, but he points out that when Powell was a colonel in and he was involved in Vietnam, and he was covering up the My Lai massacre and other stuff like that. So this is this whole thing with him doing the manufacturing for the war in Iraq. This is not something that he hasn't done before. He's a self-serving criminal, and his skin color aside, he's just like all the other criminals in our political system. AOC, Ilhan Omar, and Rashida Tlaib, and although they are self-serving political mafia criminals as well. So whether you have a D or an R in front, I mean, there's only one person in the U.S. Political spectrum whom everything I've looked at, it seems to be that she's actually trying to serve the public in the way the U.S. is supposed to claims that it, and that's a councilwoman from Seattle, Kasama Shawan. She's about the only one that I know of, and that is a truly depressing statement to make, that there's only one that whom I can say. So it's not just a Washington thing. It's in your local, to your state, to your federal, and the fact that the West is so all you see are protests about anti-vaxxing and everything else, when there's far more we should be bringing the hammer down on. And it's a sad state that a lot of people are complacent or in denial. And the thing is ultimately we all universally pay for it. And it may not be as dramatic and final as the millions killed by us, by our wars of aggression, due to the ignorance and the manufactured consent to start wars. But nevertheless, it has a deep impact on us emotionally, psychologically, morally, ethically, and it destroys our reality, the natural, common, universal realities. So, please check out Inflection with Brian Baletic, and I can't remember the other gentleman's name. Anyways, and plus I probably butcher the pronouncement, how to pronounce his name. Anyways, check it out and get informed, be invested, because that's the only way we're going to push back. Only way we're going to come to a communal understanding is to understand the dynamics and learn and accept it, and then internalize it.